joins. I never know when somebody hops in until they say something.
Probably
So
because you got
mine's
streamer
weird.
mode. That's why you're recording with OBS. You turns on streamer mode.
Oh, is that it? I have OBS pulled up, but it's not like recording right now.
It usually still triggers it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it still turns streamer mode on.
All right, well, everybody's here. Let's go ahead and get started. Megovanen Million.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, Spitze.
Bless you.
Well met, my friends. That's what that means in Elvish. It's Cinderin. Get started, ready. Get ready for session 4. Who wants to give me a recap?
I did it last week, so I'll give someone else a chance.
We continued with combat with more of the brigands running out of town hall and the boss, and they were kind of making their way through alleys south down Main Street, kind of, after I fired a shot and missed, so they kind of knew where we were. After dispatching all of them, we all went to town hall, checked everything out there, found I think it was the mayor that was dead. I can't remember his title. Right?
His title would have been Mayor.
Yeah.
His name. Point of inspiration for anybody who remembers his name.
For the mayor?
Yes.
Oh, I got this. I don't have it.
Anybody else? Going once?
Nope.
Going twice? His name was Edric. Edric Holt.
Yeah, that's what I said.
What he said, dude.
Point of inspiration for anybody who remembers his wife's name.
Mrs. Colt.
Holt?
Holt. Holt.
Eleanor.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Eleanor is close.
Yeah, it was something like Eleanor. It's like Eleanor.
Was Elira.
Lyra.
Lira. Elira.
I feel like Eleanor is close enough, right? For the point of inspiration.
Anyway, we found the mayor slaughtered, and shortly after that, who we soon found out was his wife, came running in looking for him. And after finding him, Boren went up and tried consoling her and getting some answers out of her. And we started talking to her about an heirloom of her husband's family that she wanted us to get. A jeweled dagger that she couldn't find amongst all the other stuff she was trying to find in the office for clues or information for us. After retrieving that in the wagon, we took it back to her. She was grateful. And then we went to see the hobbit who was supposed to give the package to the courier who we were supposed to find to bring it back to I'm brain farting.
Gandalf. Bring it back to Bree.
Gandalf. Holy shit. It's been a long day, guys.
Easily like the third most famous name in the franchise. He forgot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such a piece of shit.
Continue.
After Zemi won him over in the I can't remember what phase it was.
The
It was a
intimacy
speaking
phase.
phase. What was it?
Intimacy phase.
A social encounter?
Yeah. Pretty much intimacy phase. He invited us in and agreed to have dinner with us and smoke pipe weed with us and all this shit. And the next morning we headed out with the package for Gandalf.
Yeah, let's add a couple things in there. You actually went to Milo's before the whole dagger thing. You went to Milo's, and then Willem came to find you and went back to the town hall. You were also told about a caravaner who was going to be leaving in the morning to go to Bree with the last supplies that were supposed to be taken. Asked you if you'd ride along with him, to which everybody agreed.
Right. And we brought
And
the captured brigand. I forgot about all that shit.
yeah, the one of them was dead, the other one's still alive. Loaded them up, and we ended the session with Freya's vision on the way back to Bree. So as you guys are traveling back, Osric advises you that usually he does this trip in straight through because he's on a wagon. Usually takes him right about 24 hours, so he just goes straight through and doesn't stop for the night. So as the morning sun rises on the horizon, crest the final hill on the east road to Bree, the familiar wooden palisade coming into view. The sky is painted deep in shades of orange, and the lanterns of the town flicking out as the sun comes up. The road beneath the cart is damp from a passing rain, the scent of wet earth mixed with the distant aroma of roasting meat and burning hearthwood. Osric guides the wagon forward, the horses plodding along a steady pace. The journey has been quiet, the weight of Arch's suffering still fresh on your minds. As you near the gate, a pair of watchmen step forward, their torches casting long shadows across the muddy road. One eyes the wagon with mild suspicion, but recognizing recognizing Ostrich, he simply grunts and waves you past. Inside the walls, Bree hums with the quiet energy of an evening of with the quiet energy of a morning winding up. Shopkeepers opening up their stalls, innkeepers sweeping their doorsteps, wary travelers coming and going from the prancing pony. Life here seems unchanged. Where are you headed first?
I say we, try to head back to the Prancing Pony, see if Gandalf's there.
Yeah, I mean that would be Barnes' priority for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
we've
if you
already
still
handed
have this
things off,
brigand in
right?
the-
Oh, we've handed things off?
Have we? I don't remember.
We do still have
Or
this
no.
brigand in the back here.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten there yet. Duh.
Yeah, we just got here.
Just got here, guys.
Just got here, guys. Yeah, so I don't think Gandalf specifically said he'd meet us back at the Prancing Pony, but I'm assuming he's staying at the inn, so.
Well, we do have that prisoner still, right?
Oh.
So we should.
Am I muted?
We should.
Yeah.
Yeah, not anymore.
I heard you, Conville.
Fuck my life.
Campbell, the floor
Okay.
is yours.
No, that's what I said like twice. We still have the brigand in the back.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
well,
speak up a little.
Say it with
What you
your
guys want to
chest,
do
boy.
what you guys want to do with that guy?
I say we take him to a bailiff.
All right. Just
How
be
about a
Okay.
a
How about a
We said-
constable?
Was that loud?
We said with your chest, not with your fucking titties, dude. I don't know.
Damn.
I tried to think of something and titties came out.
Same
Let's go to a bailiff. I agree with Killian.
Yeah.
So
Where would a
Osric,
bailiff be? Oh,
Osric
go ahead.
overhears you guys talking about it in the cart and says, "Well, we drop him off at the Bree jail."
It's not a bad idea, Osric.
That's on the way to the market anyway. He steers his horses towards the edge of town. The Bree jail is a squat stone building nestled against the town's outer palisade. Its iron-barred windows just small enough to keep any troublemakers from slipping through. A wooden door reinforced with thick iron bands serves as the only entrance. A lantern flickers above it, casting long shadows in the evening and in the morning. Keep forgetting when
So
I wrote this. I wrote it like you guys were arriving at night, but then I changed my mind. So yeah, Osric stops the cart and says, "Well, this is it. Can't thank you lot enough. Saved our town."
no problem.
Thanks for being such a great, travel companion, Osric.
He gives
And
you a nod.
I do like a finger to my forehead, like elf gesture.
Are you gonna be in Bree much longer? Once we turn the prisoner over, they may want someone to testify from the village itself.
I'll be here the rest of the day. Usually head back in the morning. But if they need me, I'll tell my tale.
Sounds good.
So you guys unload from the cart, turning around, peering through the open door of the prison. Inside, the air is thick with the scent of a damp stone and old pipe smoke. A heavy wooden desk sits near the entrance, covered in ink-stained papers, with a battered tin mug. Behind it, rows of sturdy iron-barred cells line the back wall, each fitted with a simple cotton bucket. The place is quiet now, save for the creak of a wooden rocking chair. As you look over to the chair, you see a man appears to be in his late 50s, a burly, thick-set with a grizzled beard, balding head, and sharp eyes. Wears a heavy leather coat with iron keys jangling from his belt. He glances up at you as you enter, setting down his mug, and says, "Morning. You lot look like you've been busy." His eyes flicker over to you, Killian, giving you a brief nod. "You a warden, then? Thought I recognized the cut of you. Haven't seen one from Arthadane in some time."
Hi. We're on a little quest for Gandalf in town here. Happened upon some brigands in Archet. This man is the only one left.
"Oh, Archet, you say?
Hi.
Oh, what did he do?"
Well, him and all his companions took over the town and were pillaging and murdering. They actually killed the mayor.
His eyebrows shoot up with the first bit of expression you guys see on his face. It says, "Archet taken over, eh?" Kind of shakes his head. "What a shame. That explains why the last shipment never arrived. But worse than I expected." He motions towards an empty cell and kind of reaches his arm out for the prisoner. Says, "All right, then, let's lock him up. Not that I expect much fight out of him after what you lot put him through," he kind of says as he eyes him up and down. It says, "The name's Osmond, by the way. People call me Lockjaw."
Your mouse
Nice
seems
to
to
meet
be
you,
working
Lockjaw.
fine to me.
Not the reason for the name.
It's also
You lot
probably
confuse
worth
me.
noting. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm starting to eat a cracker.
Okay, Killian.
It's probably worth noting also that there are no more guards left in Archet. They may need help keeping the peace there.
He
Don't
gives
want
you a
anything else
nod.
happening.
He gives you a nod and shuffles the man into the cell and secures the door. And as he locks the door to the jail, main door to the jail, swings open, and in steps a man in his early 40s, tall and broad-shouldered, with shoulder-length brown hair and a thick mustache. Wears a dark green cloak over chainmail and carries a longsword with the sigil of Bree's wardens etched into its pommel. He eyes the group before landing on the prisoner. His brow furrows in recognition. What in the blazes is going on here? Oswin looks over to him and kind of fills him in on what you guys just told him. He kind of mutters to himself and says, "Yeah, Mother told me something was wrong. Didn't think it was this bad." He turns back to the company, face a mixture of gratitude and unease. Says, "Yes, Lyra's my mother. She sent word last night that some strangers had helped drive the brigands out of Archet. Guessing that was you," he says. He crosses his arms, kind of eyeing you all up. We're going to move into a social encounter. So our spokesperson, go ahead and give us an introduction. DC 15, either persuasion, whatever kind of charisma check you want to do, depending on how you're trying to introduce the party.
Who wants it?
That was
I feel
Simi.
like Cillian's already talking to the dude, and he's a warden. I'm just a fucking hobbit.
We
Feel
don't
like-
want me for charisma checks, dog.
Yeah,
you gotta
you're
pass
the
the charisma
spokesperson. Yeah, you're the spokesperson.
I'm a -1.
What? Why?
This is your thing, man.
I just don't know why. Like the little guy would be the one talking in a jail with a bunch of wardens and lawmen. You know?
Get away with
Because he's the
words,
talky
brother.
guy.
All right. Can you say the last part again, Turner?
Yeah, so he tells you Illyra was my mother. She sent word last night that some strangers helped drive out the brigands in Archet. I'm guessing that was you, and he kind of eyes each one of you as he crosses his arms.
Oh yeah, that'd be the lot of us.
All right, that is a pass. So any further checks will be done normally. Now, it's up to you guys to decide what kind of outcome you're looking for here. And it doesn't have to be anything spectacular, just to convince him you're a competent company, whatever you want it to be. And this will be an easy check, so it'll be a DC 10 charisma check, and you only have to pass one of them. So
Wanna?
and if you're going to be the one talking, Jeff, you can just do it and say whatever you want.
All right, let's
But any of us can talk and do a charisma check right now.
Correct. But like I told you guys in the other social encounter, there are negative consequences if you fail a check in this. So in a circumstance where you only need one success, it might be best to just let one person, do it. Or even in a situation where you need 3 successes, it might be beneficial to let 1 or 2 people do it, so you don't have people like with -1s roll in. And because if you fail the check and you just get disadvantage, or I'm sorry, that's with the first one. If you fail a check normally, nothing happens. But if you fail it by 5 or more or by 10 or more, then there's negative repercussions. The people could, not like you, depending on the situation, they may call for guards or, kick you out of the establishment, different things like that.
Okay. So did he respond to Zimmy's agreement to him yet?
Not yet. I was giving you guys the opportunity to plan.
Okay. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm okay with doing a performance or persuasion if Zimmy doesn't want to be the only one to talk.
Oh, I'll fleece his ass.
Okay. Yeah, if you got it, I'll let you cook. Unless anybody else wants to.
Just remember, Zimmy's kind of a little shit, so if you guys have anything specific you want out of him, what will it be?
I don't really know who he is yet. So, well, I mean,
yeah,
He's a
I
warden.
would just, try to convince him we're allies. We did save his town.
get him on our good side. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe ask
Okay.
him why they wanted that dagger. Since it's his parents, I'm guessing.
Okay. Yeah, so
Okay.
Yes. So make it a little easier. What are you saying after? Yeah, that was us. Tell me what you're saying, and I'll tell you what check to roll.
the type of work that we'd be doing, you think you'd make us lawmen ourselves?
Is that so? Roll me a persuasion check. I don't know about the training. A lot of training goes into being a warden. Few of you'd know that. And he kind of eyes the rangers in the party.
Well, I feel like we've done enough training in the last couple of days. Say, what have you used for this dagger?
Roll me another persuasion check.
Don't forget we have the fellowship inspirations too.
You do.
Dude.
You might want to use one.
I'm using one. Of
We
my
make
inspirations
Jeff
just
roll,
now.
and he just nat ones the whole time. There it is.
He says, dagger, the one from my father's office.
The golden dagger, the only dagger that I think anyone around here cares about.
It's a family heirloom as far as I know. Beyond, it's gold value, I wouldn't know why the brigands would want to steal it.
But you have us taking our lives into danger for someone's family dagger.
He kind of furrows his eyebrows and says, I didn't tell you to do anything.
I was confused by that too.
Well,
So you have passed the encounter, FYI, the 16.
oh, so there's no it'd be okay for someone else to talk.
Yeah.
Like Timmy doesn't really care about things.
I would say, okay, and I'd be like, well, it really seemed like those bandits were very interested in the dagger.
Well, what did my father say about it?
I'm sorry, your father?
Yes, the mayor.
I didn't send word of that.
Yeah, he said a minute ago,
Cut that out.
Well, he said a minute ago his mother, Illyra, sent word overnight. But no, she did not tell him that.
Okay, I mean, over the table, do I tell him, or what do you guys think?
I mean,
you can.
need
You
to
can, or
know.
Freya can.
Yeah, Freya, go for it.
Yeah, this guy, is he from Bree, or is he a ranger as well?
You can't tell that he's a ranger. He is, by looking at his jib, he is a warden, maybe like somebody high up warden wise, like some kind of boss.
Oh, okay.
The way he's dressed very nicely. He has very nice armor. His weapon has the the Bree Warden symbol etched into its pommel.
All right. Freya would step forward and she'd say, "I am Freya. I'm Freya, daughter of Thora. I do regret to inform you that your father was one of the ones who fell to the brigands."
He kind of gets like a stone look on his face, and just kind of looks at you for a couple seconds, and then kind of drops his head, looking at the ground, saying, "Those bastards." Kind of shakes his head a little bit. It says, "Well, thank you for helping. I'll need to hear the full story, but for now, get some rest."
Lingo will do another elf gesture and say, "Thank you very much for your time."
Freya would kind of stick around and say that she could tell how much your mother cared for your father. He must have been a very good man. And she'd ask, the family heirloom dagger, did it ever glow when it was nighttime, or move on its own, or change colors in any way? Something that would make it more than just a decorative piece that they might have been after.
He kind of thinks a little bit. Says, "No, not that I've ever known. It's always just been in that display case in the office."
Alright. Do I need to roll at all?
No, not unless you're trying to incite him, like see if he's lying.
Oh, no.
I would incite him.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, if he would, then I was gonna say, yeah, look at that.
What'd you roll?
21.
Yeah, you don't get the idea that he's lying at all. Seems to be telling the truth.
What does Bourne get the idea of?
What did Boren roll?
6.
You're not sure. He could be lying, might not be lying.
Perhaps they were just grabbing everything that looked shiny. I say to him.
As Aldrich responds, "Yeah, as brigands do." I can't thank you enough. I imagine there would have been much more casualties had you guys not showed up. Only we'd known sooner.
Ray would nod and go to rest.
Lingo would do the same.
So as you guys are leaving, he says, "I'll be sure that the mayor hears of this, and I'll send some more wardens over to Archette, make sure the place is spurred up, take care of any loose ends."
You won't go yourself?
Yes, eventually. I do have my duties here, though.
Your mother will need you. She's taken on lead of the town herself.
Gives you a nod, says, "Imagine she'll do fine. I will go to see her, though. Thank you for the concern."
All right. Yeah, I'm going to turn and walk away with the rest of the party then.
Yep. All right. As you step out of the jail into the bustling morning streets of Bree, the cool air carries the scent of damp earth and fresh baked bread as merchants set up their stalls, calling out their wares to early customers. Cobble streets are lively with townsfolk going about their business. Farmers unloading goods, children darting between legs, and dogs trotting after their masters. Take it you guys are headed to the Prancing Pony?
Yeah.
Yep.
You make your way towards the Prancing Pony, the now familiar green sign swinging slightly in the morning breeze. You enter, you see the familiar face of Barliman Butterbur as he busies himself sorting mugs behind the bar. Looks up as he notices you with a smile. He says, "Welcome, friends. Back from Marquette, are we? Please have a seat. I'll send one of the ladies over."
Thank you. Take a seat.
So as you guys turn to go to a table, he kind of snaps his fingers and says, "Oh dear me, I forgot. Gandalf asked me to send you to his room whenever you arrive. That's just down the hall, right to the right." He motions down the hallway to his left.
I stand up.
Yeah, time for a Gandalf orgy.
Yo.
Hey, Lingo. Do you think we're all gonna fit in his room? Could you ask him to maybe come out here?
I could go
He's-
send for Gandalf if you guys want to grab a round.
Yeah.
He said to send you back. Imagine the room will fit everybody just fine.
All right. I kind of shrug
Okay.
at Zimmy. Let's go.
Zimmy's unconvinced, but he's gonna go.
Bree would look at Zimmy and say, "Do you often have issues fitting places?"
Yeah, the smallest one.
Lingo holds up his hands at Freya. Like, you don't ask those type of questions to halflings.
Zimmy's gonna look up at Freya and go, "If you want me to stand between your legs, you could just ask, I guess, then, huh?"
Bree would grin and say, "Well, you already did, whether I asked or not. I guess the honeymoon period's over." And then she would
Lingo's
just
gonna raise
continue
an
on down the
eyebrow.
thing.
Raising an eyebrow, unsure of the dynamic that's unfolding between them two, and start heading down the hallway.
Yeah, as
He's
you
gonna-
move down the... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Timmy.
Zimmy's gonna act like he's gonna run through Freya's legs, and then he's gonna like stand up really straight and just kind of like play it cool.
So, as you move down the dimly lit hallway, a door ahead opens with a quiet groan. From the room steps a tall, lean man, cloaked in green. His long, dark hair is slightly unkempt, streaked with silver at his temples, and a shadow of stubble lines his strong, angular jaw. His piercing gray eyes, sharp and knowing, briefly meet yours, as if weighing your measure in an instant. A well-worn sword hangs at his hip, as a long knife rests within easy reach.
Oh God.
Uh, tall, a travel-stained cloak fastened by a simple yet finely crafted brooch drapes over his shoulders, shifting slightly as he moves with quiet confidence. A bow slung across his back, the weapon of a man more at home in the wild than within the walls of Bree. Gives you a brief, knowing nod, his expression unreadable before stepping past you with a sort of silent grace. His footfalls are light and purposeful as he vanishes around the corner.
Strider.
Guys.
What up, dog?
Do you think he's fought a troll? He looks like he's fought a troll.
Probably fought a troll. Shh. Let's
Bree would kind of look up at him and be like, "Have you fought a troll?"
here. Is he still in earshot?
I mean, you could turn around and go back to the main part of the bar and see.
Hmm.
Bree would say that as she turned around and see that he would had already gone and goes, "I'll ask him later."
Seems
Yeah,
appropriate. Gandalf's waiting for us.
The three rangers of the party would recognize him, not who he is, but would recognize him as a ranger. And turning back down the hallway, you see there's only one door on the right, and it's the door that guy came out of.
I'm gonna head to that door.
Yeah, I would knock on the door.
As you knock on the door, the weight of your fist swings the door open. And he says, "Ah, there you are at last. I was beginning to wonder if you decided to keep the package for yourselves and settle down in our chit," he says with a kind of glint in his eye and a half smile.
Well, Boren almost suggested it, but we wouldn't let that happen. Lingo would say in a joking tone.
I'm sure he did. Please come in. Make yourselves at home. See a very humble room with plenty of room, as there is a table and some chairs around, and a kind of bench on the wall, and a place to sleep. Please come in. Make yourself at home. Come sit. Tell me everything.
I'd come in and find a seat.
Freya
Look-
would hand him the box before taking a seat.
Zimmy's
Ah.
gonna like lean on the table like it's a wall.
He says, just as I expected. Well done, my friends. I hope the journey was not too perilous, though imagine you do have tales to tell. He pulls out a small key out of one of his pockets and unlocks the box. Swinging it open, pulls out a leather bag out of it and opens the bag and sticks his nose inside, inhaling deeply.
Say, Gandalf, what you got in the bag there, my friend?
Some of the finest old Toby there is.
Oh, Toby, you say? I didn't know that they still had those plants around.
Yeah, my friend Milo is what you might say a connoisseur in the old Toby strains.
Ooh.
He pulls out his pipe and starts to load it up.
Zimmy's
Fair
gonna,
message, yeah.
yeah, Zimmy's gonna pull his pipe out as well, and he's gonna pack up some Southern Star.
Lingo's gonna buddy up, in hopes of getting in rotation, and be like, "You're absolutely right, Gandalf. We did go through quite the journey to get that and bring it back to you."
Well, let's hear it. I'd love to hear the tale.
Lingo's gonna pull out his handy dandy notebook and crack it open and recite the tale that we went on back and forth to bring him his glorious old Toby.
All right, give me some high points.
Well, when we reached the gate, we noticed that there was two guards, but the brilliant rangers with us by these men and these loose fitting so we quickly wasn't long before we realized that the entire town had been taken over something. So we made our way through it and systematically took out the baddies, if you will. Unfortunately, we couldn't save everybody, but peace has been restored, and now will be a period of rebuilding in Archet. And we
It's a sad thing when men prey on their own, but I suspect this was more than mere greed. There's always something darker lurking beneath such misdeeds.
we had that suspicion too, but we're still not sure if maybe they were just after gold or something far more sinister.
The Lost
Anything else?
Shard Beast seem to be a little bit organized for just common brigands, from what
I
I've heard.
I'd have to agree.
Yes, yes. Anything else?
I think
Well,
Boris
I'll just be
looked at the dagger pretty close. If he could describe it.
Yeah, I'm gonna describe the gold jewel encrusted dagger
The,
of elven make.
yeah, he's puffing on his pipe. His eyebrows furrowed, kind of listening to you very intently. This curious, very curious. Mere trinket or something more? Keep such things in mind. There's often more to simple heirlooms than meets the eye. Well, what else did you find?
I found this notebook or this book, and I explained the book and how there's repeating patterns within it. I'm still trying to decipher.
Well, well, what have we here? A rather meticulous fellow, it seems, and yet it's in a cipher. Wise precaution for a man with secrets.
Again, I'd have to agree.
Do you mind if I took a crack at this book?
Not at all. But I pull out the book and I open it to a relevant page. See here, Gandalf? There's a repeating pattern right here. And you see the abbreviation JF all down this column. Not really sure what it means.
Yes. Very curious. This, my friends, is something I must puzzle for some time. Will you be staying in town?
We'd
I will
probably
not be
staying here
staying.
if we could.
I'll take.
Whoa.
So I heard what Zemi said. What did Born say?
Never mind.
Come on, don't be like that. You both started speaking at the same time.
I've been trying to speak for a little while now, guys. I keep
Well,
getting cut
now's
off.
now's your chance. That's
Yeah.
the first time I've heard you.
Well,
but-
I've kind of lost momentum now. I don't even remember. Boren wants his money. He wants his pay.
All right. So what do you say to Gandalf?
Well, I tried to fit it in organically. What was the last thing Gandalf said?
Asked if we were going to stay in town.
I will not be staying. I'll take my pay now.
He says, yes, of course. He pulls out a gold piece and gives each of you 2 of them.
All right.
Says, well, I was
Oh.
hoping I might task you again. That should be enough to take care of your stay here and prepare yourself for another journey if you're interested.
I'm not interested in gold. We had another arrangement, correct?
Yes, was getting to that.
Lingo's gonna look quizzically at Boren, from Boren to Gandalf, then back to Boren.
So I did do some asking around over at the Dwarven house, and I'm afraid there's quite a few people gathering treasure hunting parties. Few dwarves doing that such a thing. Kind of common among them. Do you have any more information about this map?
Well, only some writing on it.
Some writing, you say? Well, what was it?
Give me just a second.
Turner, I messaged you.
Where gold does not glitter, yet wisdom shines bright. In halls long forsaken, deep hid from the light. A hoard not of jewels, nor silver nor gem, but the knowledge of old, the cure found within. Seek the lone peak where the kings never reigned, where stone shrouds secrets and rivers have waned. West of the mountains, yet lost to the deep, where the forge master's whispers still echo in sleep.
The silence is broken by the sound of Lingo aggressively scribbling down the riddle in his notebook.
So Gandalf kind of furrows, has that same expression, eyebrows furrowed, like he's intensely looking at you or studying your words. Says to you, very, very curious. Any idea what it means? Obviously, west of the mountains, where the kings never reigned, that'd be either here or the middle of the ocean, right?
Aye.
I see why how you've made it thus far. Top of the mountain. If you don't mind giving me some time, I would like to help you with this. The knowledge of old, the cure found within. What is it you seek? What do you think this map leads you to?
It leads me to, or it's no concern of yours what it leads me to.
Are you looking for a cure for something? Or is someone sick? Is it you?
It's not so much a sickness. I simply want it for for the glory of finding it. Of course.
Well, of course, of
You want a
course.
deception check? Because that was a lie.
Sure.
Or at least partial lie.
Asserting the truth. Ah.
He says, "Yes, of course, of course. Um, I'm sure I can help you with this if you wouldn't mind staying on. But if you're insistent on leaving, you can have the 2 gold just the same as everybody else."
I suppose while I wait, you'll have me run more errands for you.
Rhea would kind of raise her hand at this point and say, actually, when I need to clear my head and think on a puzzle or just something that's bothered me, I like to go on a hunting trip. And I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. If anybody else wants to go and kind of train tracking and also possibly get some nice, tasty game.
I could go on a hunt.
Well, that would give me some time to work on this. That would even give me time to go see my dear friend. He's very good at riddles, he is. Could even ask him about yours, Boren. Yes, why don't you guys do that?
At this, Bourne is going to get up, head towards the door, turn back. I assume we leave at dawn then? And I am going to head to bed.
So, FYI, we are going to do our fellowship phase next. So the next thing we need to do is spend a week here in town doing nothing. Well, some things, but not adventuring.
Just some
Oh,
good
okay.
old hunting and singing,
So-
drinking
Yeah.
songs.
Is
So
hunting
I think
included in that?
no. So I think what Freya meant was like after the fellowship phase, you go on a hunt. Was that right, Freya?
Yeah.
Like after you guys get a long rest?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you guys want the long rest first, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess.
Okay.
Killian stays up, but nobody else does.
Darkness does not rest.
He gains shadow and he's sleepy. Exhausted.
So you guys file out of Gandalf's room, heading back into the main area of the tavern. We are going to start our first fellowship phase. So first off, you're going to need living arrangements for the next week. You guys could choose to camp outside of town essentially and rough it for free. Well, you'd have to buy rations in that case, or you could inquire about rooms here at the inn.
Let's inquire about rooms, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to take a
Yeah,
room at the inn.
So inquiring about a room at the inn, Butterbur tells you that he has a deal for 25 silver per week, and that covers room and board.
Done.
All right, so everybody remove the 25 silver from your sheet.
Okay.
From 98 to 73.
Is it 100 silver per gold?
50 silver per gold.
Okay.
And then what will you guys be doing over the week? So just to quickly go over your options. Anything mundane, like if you want to go shopping and buy some items, you know, hanging out, like mundane stuff like that, we're just gonna narrate it and like briefly narrate over it. I want each of you to give me, a minute, 2 minutes max, what your character is going to be doing over the next week. Then we're going to do your undertakings. The undertakings are the actual like game mechanics of what's going to happen over this next week. A couple to point out that you guys might want to look into doing at this point would be gather rumors, ponder storied and figured maps, strengthen fellowship, or maybe even write a song. Now, as far as undertakings go, the company gets one undertaking as a group, as a whole. There's also you're also entitled to a free undertaking from a list of shorter ones. So, like, gather rumors. A company including a warden, if in a warded land, which Combo's not in one of his warded lands right now. So, or a player proficient with investigation can choose this activity as a free undertaking. So, gather rumors can be chosen as a free one if you meet either of those conditions. And essentially, that one is choose this undertaking to receive a rumor from the lore master. Until the next fellowship phase, player heroes in the company have advantage on intelligence checks related to this rumor. The other ones I pointed out, ponder story figured in maps. Until the next fellowship phase, player heroes in the company have advantage on pathfinding checks. Strengthen fellowship. Choose this undertaking to raise the fellowship rating by 1 in the next fellowship phase, until the next fellowship phase. So that would that pool of inspiration that you guys have, that's at 7 right now, I believe. Choosing this undertaking would increase that by 1. And writing a song, I went over some of that with you guys before the game, but you choose this undertaking to compose a song, choosing whether it will be lay, a song of victory, or a walking song. No ability check required. So if you guys choose that one, no ability check. You don't have to technically write the lyrics, though I would encourage that. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do, but if you guys do write lyrics and somebody actually sings the song when they use it, I'm going to do something like double the buff effect or something like that. So starting, I'm going to go down the Discord list and just hit each one of you. So in a minute, or
we could
Go
each
ahead.
choose one of these, or like as a fellowship, we can only choose one of these.
So yeah, as the company, as the fellowship, you can choose any one that doesn't say Yule, and then you can choose another one as a free one, like Ponder Story Figure and Maps. That is not a free one. Oh no. So any company, including a scholar or someone proficient with cartographer's tools, can do that one as a free one. Strength and Fellowship, any company including a captain or a player proficient with brewer supplies can do that one for free. Songwriting cannot be a free one.
One was the cartographer tool one.
Pondered, storied, and figured maps. And the effect of that one is until the next fellowship phase, everyone has advantage on pathfinding checks.
Okay. I am proficient in cartographer's tools.
What under write a song, it says a company including a player hero proficient in performance or with a musical instrument can choose this activity as a free undertaking.
Okay, I must have missed
Oh,
that.
I'm not proficient
Okay,
in
I
cartographers,
see
but
it
I
there.
am proficient in performance.
I'm proficient in flute.
What
Yeah,
is
so
chapter
yeah.
5?
So that one could be chapter 6, and that one could be done as free.
Okay. So like it doesn't count against the one limit.
Correct. So in general, you can choose any one that doesn't have the word Yule next to it, and then as a free one, you can choose among those if you meet those certain stipulations, which I think you guys meet the stipulations for every one of them.
All right, so if you have the ability to do one for free, you should say that when you're doing your thing.
Yeah, so each person doesn't have the ability to do it for free. The company as a whole has the ability to do one for free.
Oh, so we can only do two.
Correct. You can only do two as a whole, for the whole company. During Yule, that's when you guys get to choose your own, like individually.
Oh,
So I'm going to go through and we'll get the overview, a minute or two from each of you. I'm going to go down the Discord list, just what your character is doing over the next week. Go ahead, Boren.
During the next week, Boren would he'd probably be trying to investigate this riddle himself if he's stuck here for a week anyway. So maybe would the dwarven halls have any sort of like library or something?
It does not. It's more
No.
or less an inn
Okay.
for just dwarves.
Oh, okay. Um. Let's see. Then maybe investigate the map a little bit and use the map to kind of
Okay, so you want to find a map of Eridor and
like
yeah,
like compare the riddle to the map and see if maybe anything
Okay.
comes to my mind.
All right. Killian.
Yeah, I'd probably just be hanging around, hanging out with the party if they were hanging out at the inn, kicking back, drinking. In this time, I'm sure we're probably getting to know each other a little better. I would probably at some point share that dream that I had with one or everyone.
Okay, so somebody's starting to talk about dreams, visions. Anything else?
Yeah.
I would add mine into it.
All right. Let me just a second for you. Anything else, Killian?
No, I mean just hanging out, maybe practice with my weapons. I don't know.
Okay.
Keep a watch on the town.
Freya.
I would probably just kind of go just around like listening to rumors and stuff and kind of seeing what's going on in the area. News of any
All right.
attacks, darkness, things like that.
All right. Lingo.
So Lingo would have a lot to ponder. He would spend his time getting to know the rest of the company. As the party members gave their visions or dreams or visions, he would document them down in his book, sharing drink when applicable. He'd probably also spend some time looking at Boren's riddle that he wrote down, as well as glancing at the strange book to see if the pattern came out in any form to him.
So Gandalf took the ledger.
Oh, he took it. Okay.
Yes, Gandalf took the ledger. That's what he's going to spend his time doing until he meets with you again, and
Okay.
inquiring about Boren's thing. Boren,
So
if you want to post that riddle in chat, so everybody could have a look at it, I'd appreciate it.
Lingo would
Right on.
probably make sure that his record is straight on the adventure we just went on. He'd be thinking about the riddle and everybody's visions, seeing if there's any sort of connection with everything, and probably just be talking to everybody to, just make sure that he has all his facts straight. He might bug Gandalf a few times throughout the week too to see if maybe how he's coming along with everything. Just bug him for random tidbits that he might be interested in.
I feel like
Okay.
Lingo's the kind of guy that even if he gave him that ledger, he probably would have made a copy of it himself.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like there's a little bit of notes in his notes about those notes, but
So yeah, so I'll roll me. I've been thinking about how I want to do this when you go to reference your notes, is I'm not making you roll as you write them down. So I was thinking maybe a performance check when you go to recall something, and depending on the check will be how well your notes were taken during that time and how well you can do finding it in your notes.
okay.
So roll me a performance check. Yeah, you've taken down a lot of the notes about the JF specifically, and what proceeds or what followed it. The kind of strange phrases. Yeah, you're able to ponder over it pretty well. But one evening, as you're writing in your book, the dim candlelight flickers against the parchment as you scratch your quill across the page, capturing the thoughts of the trip and how everything went. The quiet hum of Bree's evening life drifts through the window, muffled and distant. But as your ink meets the page, the words before you blur, shifting into golden light as a great wind rushes through the room. The parchment changes to that of an ancient scroll in pristine condition, and the words of a script you don't recognize even as you continue to write. Your quill of a golden feather of a great bird. You look up, you stand in the middle of a great battlefield, vast beyond reckoning. The ground is torn and broken, the air is thick with the clash of titanic forces. And there in the heart of the storm, a mighty figure stands, his fist clenched, golden hair wreathed in a radiance like the rising sun. His laughter rings like thunder, fearless and triumphant. Before him looms a shadow, deeper than night, its form shifting and terrible. Eyes like fire burn with malice, and the very earth trembles beneath its presence. Then, with the force of a storm, the golden warrior strikes. His blows land like falling mountains, and the shadow staggers. Again and again he drives it back, breaking it, shattering its power. With a final mighty blow, the darkness splits apart like smoke before the wind. The vision shifts. Where did I go? Where did I go? Now the defeated figure kneels in chains before a throne atop a mountain higher than any in the world itself. The air is heavy with judgment. Around him stand the great ones of Arda, a queen of starlight, whose gaze alone makes him wither. A woman in green and gold, sorrowful from the wounds upon the world. A master smith, silent in his disappointment. A hunter with piercing eyes, ever watchful. And the golden warrior, arms folded, victorious. Upon the one upon the throne speaks, his voice clear as the sky after a storm. You've brought ruin to the world and sought dominion through deceit and destruction. You stand in judgment. Your time here is ended. Chain figure lifts his head, his eyes smoldering with hate, but he does not speak. A great hall of stone stands before him, its doors opening like a chasm. A cold wind sweeps through as an unseen voice pronounces his fate. From within the chasm you hear, "You shall dwell in the void until the end of days. Your work shall be undone, and your name shall be cursed upon the tongues of all who live." The darkness swallows him. The doors slam shut. Sound like the breaking of the void, and then you gasp. You're back in the room. You look down. The parchment, the ancient scroll, fades back into your book. The the golden feather fades back into your pen.
I'm going to excitedly jot all of that down as much as I could remember. And I would probably grab, so I'm guessing I forget Ionic's character's name. I'm guessing I'm guessing all the wardens who had visions. I would probably, share that with them since now we all have had visions so far. Probably go find them and let them know.
Yeah, so at this point, everybody in the party has had a vision. So I think so far everybody said they're sharing them. I'll leave that to Lingo or to Targon when he shows back up.
Okay.
But yeah, Zemi, what are you doing for a week?
Zimi's gonna pretty much live at the Prancing Pony, and he's going to spend maybe like 10, 15. That's about 15 silver worth of gold on fucking like drinks, and he's going to pretty much ask everyone that talks to him if they want to play dice.
Okay, so 15 silver worth of drinks would be about enough to be buying the whole place drinks for the entire week. Is that what you're looking to do?
Well, that's his gambling and his
Okay.
it's like a gambling and drink budget there.
Okay. So I'll come up with something in the future if you actually want to gamble, but we'll say you break even on the gambling for this week. And yeah, so if you still want to spend 15 silver on this,
Spend 2.
So I would say drinks for an entire week, like extra from the room and board that usually comes with the room, would be about 5 silver.
Okay, well he's gonna drink about 10 silver worth of ale.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty drunk and really looking to gamble.
It comes in pints. I'm getting one. All right, so Zemi's
Hold on.
spending.
Hold on. Is
Uh-huh.
drinking double time? Is drinking double time a strenuous activity though?
No, I'm not gonna say
No,
it's strenuous
you
activity.
got 2 hands. You can double fist.
Yeah, not for this guy. No, he's gonna be like, every time someone's in the main bar area, you're gonna see Zimmy like leaning, standing on a stool, leaning on the counter with like dice in front of him and a thing of ale, just trying to like get people to fucking gamble with him.
Yeah. So you each spend the week in your own way. Boren buying a map and kind of trying to peer over it, looking at the different peaks and the different rivers, and trying to look at maybe where some old riverbeds might be, some lone peaks. You have a modern map, but you're getting the idea that the way this riddle's speaking, where rivers have waned, kind of get the idea it might not be one of these rivers that are currently on the map, maybe somewhere else. So you're kind of looking next to the mountains and stuff, trying to find some old, floodplains or old riverbeds or something like that. Freya, you spend your time exploring the town, kind of getting to know the bustle of the town, some of the goings on and whatnot. Lingo, you spend most of your time writing in your book, talking with Gandalf, getting everybody's stories and visions, and documenting everything you can. Zimmy, you're just a hobbit for the week, pretty much.
Mhm.
Um, Killian, what did you want to do? I slipped my mind. Sorry.
I would be hanging around the end, probably at night before going to bed. Watch over the town or something.
Yeah. Kind of. Also, gathering rumors, essentially. Um, so which of the undertakings would you guys like to do? Now that we've all had a couple minutes to think about it.
And this is as a group, not individual ones, correct?
Correct. Individually, what you guys just did is what happened individually. This is going to be the effects of this fellowship phase. I mean, each of you did kind of one of them. Killian kind of could be portrayed as strength and fellowship. Freya, yours could be kind of construed as gathering
Got
rumors. Yeah, Borin could be pondering maps. Zimmy could be writing a song while he's, hanging out like a hobbit. That's pretty much, whatever you want the actual in-game effects to be.
I'd been
So
strengthened and rumors because we get one for free.
yeah, I'm cool with strengthen. The rumors, like, we get the advantage on like a specific rumor, which could be useful, I guess. I'm sure it would be relevant. I'm not opposed to the song either.
So I vote the song, and then as a free strengthen's not a bad way to go, but also what was the other one? The map one. We can do that as
Okay.
a free, right? Or was that the one we couldn't?
Yeah,
No, the
Matt,
song was the only one we couldn't, right?
yeah, as long as you have a scholar or cartographer tool proficiency,
Okay.
you can do maps as for free.
Okay. We have at least one of those things.
Yeah.
So that's my vote.
So we have 3 votes for song.
Good with song.
I think it was just 2 votes. I think now it's 3.
Okay.
Does anybody not want to strengthen fellowship?
Yeah, that was the one that all 3 of you said. My bad.
Yeah. I was say, yeah, that was
That-
the one I was going for.
Okay, I
That
say we do
ups the
that, and then we
fellowship
figure
points,
out our
right?
freebie. Yeah, that one's the one that gives us an extra fellowship point, right?
Yeah, so wherever you guys are keeping track of your fellowship points, increase that number to 8.
Is anybody keeping track of that?
I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
that
then
one was a free, right? We can do that as a free.
well, we can just do
Um,
one, and then the second one, it has to be something we can do. Like the second one is the freebie.
Which, as I said, each of you have somebody that can do any of these for free. Gather rumors, ponder maps, write a song. Like,
Oh, okay.
you have somebody for whichever one y'all want to do.
Speaking of fellowship points, do I get an inspiration for that
You do.
recap?
You want me to mark it on your sheet for you too?
No, I already got it.
All right, so go back through it, just voting on the free one here. Boren. Right,
Oh.
maps, right?
Well, my vote was for song and maps.
Okay,
Those
so
were my vote.
which other one do you want? If you're voting for one now, which one do you want?
Song.
All right, Killian.
Is this just for the free one?
Yes.
So which one did we agree on for
Strength
the
and strength and
Chicken.
fellowship.
That's why we have
the
8 now.
song?
So 2 for song. Freya.
Song.
3 for song. Lingo.
Oh god. I think song already has it, so I'm gonna
Yeah, it
go
does.
song.
Targon isn't here to vote, so looks like song it is. All right, so
What
mind
type of
you,
song?
yeah, what's the
We
type
got
of song you got?
got
Lay, Song
Lay.
of Victory, Walking Song.
Lay, okay, so Lay gives us advantage on ability checks before end of council.
During a council, yeah.
Victory, during combat we gain advantage on first attack rolls, and walking gains advantage on the next fatigue saving throw. Feels like this party would probably want victory.
I was thinking Victor for sure.
Advantage on first attack rolls.
All
We
right,
got 2
and
sneak attackers in the party.
so here's what I'm gonna do. If you guys give me at least 2 bars and someone actually sings it when they use it, I will change it from next attack to attacks. To attacks until your next turn.
Oh, you're crazy.
I got the song. I'll sing it.
Hell yeah.
Freestyle. Hit it.
And you don't have to do it right now, but yeah,
I'm putting
just
it in my- I'm gonna
yeah,
put
you
it in my
guys
bio.
right, and also keep a list of the songs as well. So you'll have to mark them off as you go. Like I said, each one of these songs can be used once during each adventuring phase. All right, so that is the first
ChatGPT.
fellowship phase. You guys are getting ready to go out on a hunt. Freya, while you were out kind of seeing, gathering some rumors and whatnot, you heard of a strange beast north of the Weather Hills. Um, Nobody seems to know what it is. They've never seen anything like it before. Maybe just a stray creature that wandered from a distant land. You know, nobody's really sure. But the way they describe it, it moves like the wind and looks like a shadow. Nobody like every time somebody gets a look at it, it just seems like it's a blackness that disappears. They say it's as large as a horse.
Man, bear, pig.
But you get the idea. This could be a dangerous hunt, but maybe a place to go break everybody in.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
All right, so
I'd hang out with Bourne for a second, since he has, that fancy map he's been monkeying about, so that we could like kind of mark where the last sighting area was and head towards it.
yeah, and I'll say for the sake of it, Boren, you buy a very rough map with only a couple locations marked on it. You have 3 to be exact, 4 to be exact. You buy a map. It shows all of Eridor, but the only places that are marked on it is Rivendell to the east, Bree, the Shire to the west, and the Grey Havens further to the west.
Okay.
But you do have a map of all of Eridor.
So I need to find a cartographer.
I think you have one.
This map is not going to do me.
You do have
Oh,
one.
you mean to buy an old map?
Yeah, like to buy a good map for sure.
Right.
A detailed map. This map we're looking at, in fact.
Well, we could also see if somebody has one that is friendly to us and would let our cartographer more or less fill in the blanks.
Not a bad idea either. So Freya shares the story of this creature near the Weathertop Hills. So being the guide, Freya, isn't that what we decided? Freya's going to be the one doing the travel checks.
Yeah.
All right. So being the guide, show me the path you're going to take to get to the north forest of the Weather Hills. It is in this area where I'm talking about.
Okay. And we are here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, so where can you ping again where it was last seen?
In this forest up here north of the
All right.
Weather Hills.
Freya's going to how many times has it been seen? Like, has a lot of people seen it, or just a few, or only one? Like, this is a one-man story.
You heard this story 3 times. Kind of people just talking about it in passing.
Oh, okay. And all of them staying that same area?
Real
Yes.
quick, we'd have our warden here, right? If we were mapping out together where we're gonna go.
Yeah, sure.
We'd have, the wilderness expert with us for sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freya would point out that since they keep seeing it in this upper forest, she would say we go straight north from Bree through the Chetwood and through the little patch up, and then go more or less going around the mountain or hill there where it gets really low, and then go into the forest where it was seen. Just in case it's migrating, but if it's a forest creature, it could be in any of the forests around here.
Okay. I will suggest, since this is kind of the first traveling phase that we're doing, you would know that traveling along roads is the safest for the most part. So
Yeah, I'll take that north
if
road out
you're
of Bree.
okay, so you're talking about traveling alongside our Chet and the
Correct.
Chetwood. Okay, okay. I thought you meant you were going to cut through like everything there. Okay.
Do we
So
have like a horse and carriage available, or just horses in general, or donkeys?
not for this. You could inquire about purchasing something like that, but for this, you're on foot as of
Okay.
now.
So to the
Why-
foot of those
Go ahead.
mountains there, we would go. We could go through our Chet. Is that what we're doing? Going
So
through our Chet?
so there's no road that goes through Archet. The road that branches off from the east road is here,
Yeah.
just east of Bree, and it goes kind of through Chetwood and dead ends into Archet.
Yeah, but I'm saying we have a road that goes into our Chet, and that seemed a little closer than going parallel and then hanging a right.
yeah,
Maybe not much closer, but
Just saying, go up to here and then like cut over like that.
yeah, more or less cut through our Chet.
Go up here and then this way.
Okay. So we're looking
That's
at
just-
Can you unpause the game?
yeah.
Yeah. So here's one possibility, and here is another.
60.
So, what is it that Boren, what were you saying? Which one would you want to do?
Well, I'm saying the middle one would ultimately be shorter time in the wilderness, right? Was what I was thinking.
Well, I mean, it depends on if you count the road as wilderness.
No, that's what I'm
Anything out-
talking about.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, technically anything outside of town is going to be wilderness. You could encounter stuff on the road,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
the stuff you're going to encounter along the road is not as serious as the stuff you could possibly encounter off the road. So the more time you spend on the road, the more of these tiles that you travel on a road, the safer it's going to be.
Yes. Yes, and which way would have less off road? Because that's the way I want to go.
The
Yeah.
top one has 1, 2, 3. The bottom one
Yeah,
has
this
like
one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
Well, from Chetwood though, or whatever
60
our Chet.
and 60, right?
Yeah, I'd like to do the 90-degree one. Just because that way we hit the left side of the forest and we can actually scout the entirety of the forest if needed from left to right, rather than going in the middle where we choose left or right and then possibly have to backtrack.
Not a bad idea.
Also, are there like health potions in this? Or
No.
No.
hell yeah.
Rough first aid and whiskey. That's what you get.
All right. So we're going with the 90-degree. Captain's calling it. Guide captain's calling it.
Yeah.
All right.
And I have land vehicles, so I choose a Humvee.
So being proficient with land vehicles would allow you to make this travel check with advantage.
You all ready?
So go ahead and make your travel check.
Oh my god. Look at all that bonus and all that 11.
Yeah.
And in that was with advantage. I'm just that good.
Very wise.
All right. So
It's weird though.
as far as the other roles for this, does everybody remember what they're doing? We need a hunter, a lookout, and a scout.
On the
I
lookout.
can't remember what I was.
Oh, I would like to. I have one inspiration, so what does that do for me?
Just a
I want to
reroll.
say
Oh,
mine
reroll.
was explore, whichever that is.
So the scouts are the explore check, lookouts are perception, and hunters are hunting.
There we go. I like
Much
that much
better.
Targon's a they get 13 plus 3 on hunting. If anyone can beat that, I think Targon should hunt.
And multiple people can do the same jobs as well. I expect each of you to have a job.
I will. Oh yeah, duh. Never mind. Targon's not actually here.
It was hunter, lookout, and what?
Scout. Scout is explorer, lookout is
yeah.
perception, hunter is hunting.
You want that explore now?
Nope.
I'll
I-
go lookout.
All right.
Do I roll now?
Nope.
Okay.
Just what is everybody's role?
I will assist as well with
So
explore.
if you take on more than one role, you do both roles with a -5.
Never mind.
Holy shit.
Unless you're a warden that gets something special from their class that allows them to do more than one.
Yeah, I believe I'd have to be
Oh.
in my warded land though.
I'm warden. I'm so cool.
Yes, you would. Okay, so we got our lookout
Yeah.
is
For simplicity, Targon and Zimmy are going to both go hunting. If is anybody else hunting?
Kill or Targon, I think, or Killian, whoever has the higher hunting.
okay. Who's the scout?
Killian.
And Lookout is Boren and Lingo.
Yeah.
Okay, that's everybody. All right. So now I roll a d3. That's a 1, so that is going to target Scout. So Killian, make a explore check. T2.
Damn.
Oh, correct.
Give me just a second. Looking through my notes. Give me just a second. So as the company moves along the road, the trees on the left part and reveal a tranquil glade bathed in a soft glow. You see thousands of fireflies dance in the air, their golden light reflecting off a still pond at the center's clearing. The sight is mesmerizing, fleeting moment of pure wonder amidst the long road. For a moment, all your worries fade. The company may take this as a sign of good fortune, a reminder that even in the wilds, beauty endures. Each of you gain 1 point of inspiration.
Yay.
Can I give mine to somebody?
No,
How
Or
many
why?
can we have?
3 max.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, outside of the fellowship points, which are 8 right now, you can have 3. So technically, like if you're full of inspiration and you're full of fellowship, you guys have access to like 11 re-rolls right now.
I'm just getting started.
Yeah. Okay, so I need another guide check, another pathfinding check, travel check.
Getting it.
That is going to get you guys the rest of the way to the Weather Hills. So you guys make camp outside the Weather Hills on the night of the 8th day of travel. Mark my calendar before I forget.
I put down a starter circle.
Yeah, that works. Actually, why can't I move it? It's weird. So you guys get to the edge of the Weather Hills on one evening, make your campsite, camp for the night, and the next morning you start your hunting trip. So kind of give me marching order? How are you guys going to be going through the forest here?
To be in the scout, I'd probably be somewhere up in front.
Yeah, Boren would likely take the rear.
Freya follow.
Lingo would be in the middle somewhere.
Sure, Targon would be probably near the front, probably second, and Zimmy's gonna be on his shoulders.
All right, and Freya?
Probably going alongside the middle, just keeping an eye out, from the sides.
All right. You guys should see a new map.
Yeah.
Refresh
Feel
it
free
again.
to switch yourselves around in that little area if what I imagined isn't what you imagined.
Yeah, seems about right.
All right.
Boren would be back just a little more, but other than that,
All
just
right.
ripping farts.
Hell yeah. I imagine I might be like a step or two in front.
All right. Like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So early morning hunt, you guys set out for the woods. About an hour into your hunt, you hear a commotion coming from beyond a patch of trees. What would you guys like to do? To be more specific, you hear kind of grunting and scuffling sound, along with the sound of what appears to be a human male in trouble.
So Zimmy's gonna slide off of Targon when he hears this, and he's gonna do it in a manner that like his dick doesn't touch Targon at all. So like kind of like jump off his back shoulders.
Okay. Here again, the guy grunts in pain as you hear more grunting and scuffling.
Yeah, I'd
Can you ping
make my
the
way.
direction?
Yeah, ping
Coming
where
from
it was
kind
again.
of other side of the map ish.
Boron would move up his move speed, but he'd be trying to like maintain cover. Be doing so stealthily.
Yeah, I'd be stealthily advancing.
All right. If you guys are trying to move up quietly, everybody roll me a stealth check, and you can move 15 feet.
15. Oh yeah, you're right.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna use my inspiration on that one.
All right.
That's more gooder.
All right.
I would use a point of inspo on mine as well.
What is happening? I will also use my inspo.
There's just a lot of us.
Yeah,
The lore
traveling in
master
a
did
large
something.
group, it's kind of hard to be quiet traveling in a large group. Freya's kind of just not even trying, just walking upright, crunching on the leaves and the sticks.
There we go,
Well,
dude.
I was actually going to have her not stealthing, but also not being a loud ass, just normal walking toward
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you could have done that and not rolled stealth, just
Oh,
told
okay.
me. That would have been
Yeah.
fine.
And
So,
she has her sword and shield out as well.
okay, so you guys, 4 of you haven't moved yet. You can move 15 feet. Did I see one from Targon in there? Yep, I did. Okay.
I'm going to I'll just move here, to be honest.
All right. And Freya. So as you guys step forward, beyond this tree over here, you see human males surrounded by vicious-looking pigs. Joe, are you here?
Yes.
What does this guy look like?
Tall, kind of ugly looking, scarred up human male with a beard. A bow is lying off to the side. One of these things has an arrow in it. They're boars. Are they boars? What are
They
they?
are. They're boars.
And he's got a scimitar in each hand. He's about pretty tall and skinny. He's like 6'4", and he's in some trouble here.
Yeah, and just as you guys lay eyes on him, you see him get gored right in his kind of lower abdomen on the side by one of the pigs. And you're going to take 6 points of slashing damage, I'm sorry. What the hell was your name?
7.
Elder. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
How do you do that?
So, yep. Look in the
Yo, what the fuck?
look where the crossing swords are in the top right, where it says combat encounters. Click on that,
Okay,
and
hang
then you'll
on.
see your name in there with the die next to it. Just click on the die.
Dude, you all mega failed initiative.
I went back to town. That's what I did.
A 0.
Yo,
Can you
Lala
reroll
doesn't,
initiative?
I'm sorry,
Lala
Turner.
doesn't get a
Where
turn.
was that? I had to re-pop out my character sheet.
So
It's
top right, where all the tabs are,
Yep.
you'll see one with the cross swords that says combat encounters. Click on that. Somebody already rolled for you.
All right. Well, that's
Maybe it
cool.
was me.
All right, that's fine.
I'll re-add you.
Sorry
So
to hold it up.
are you in that tab?
Yeah, I can see it.
So you see your character and the die next to it.
Yeah.
There you
Yep.
go. All right. Ooh, this could be bad. The 3 boars go first. Come on, give me a character. As you guys watching this guy fending off these boars like a champ. You know, the one got him when he wasn't kind of had a moment of lapse on his defenses. The one got him, but he's swinging these scimitars and knocking away these boars. You see 2 of them try to attack as he kind of kicks one of them in the face and smacks the other one across the head with the sword, fending off the attack. But the 3rd one does get through, and it's going to do 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
So it should
Got
begin
it.
combat. And it is Targon's turn. That would be you, Zemi.
Oh shit! Really? Great news. Zimi is going to
No,
Run.
not. It's
Targon.
Targon's turn.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. So Targon had pulled his sword and shield out when he saw the boars, and he's just going to attempt to save this guy. So he's going to use the dash. Oh no, he's not going to dash. He's going to attempt to get in front of everyone, and he's going to hold his action to slash at a boar if it comes by.
All right. If that's all for you, Killian.
Yeah. Knocking an arrow and taking a shot here.
All right. Which one are you shooting at? There is one with an arrow sticking out of it. That is the one. That is the one with the arrow sticking out of it.
Hell yeah. Advantage?
Yes. Roll. 16 is going to hit.
Do I get to add my wisdom for evil man?
These are not evil men.
I thought it was man bear pig.
You got a point.
They're just piggies. It's little
Dude,
winkers.
these are just boars, dude. These are not the creature that you were being told about.
Oh,
Anything
then
else?
I'll slide up here. I guess I'm out of stealth now.
You are.
Yo is not the creature.
That's my turn.
All right, Elder.
He. Let me just look at the map here. I guess we can pick. I don't know that guy, and he'll chop at him with one scimitar. It's my first time doing this.
So,
Normal.
I would suggest picking the one that has the couple arrows sticking out of
Oh,
it, maybe.
Okay. Now, and there I was all over your. So I missed probably
Oh,
of the
somehow
10.
you rolled to where I can't even see it. So,
Oh, all right.
no
Public roll. Sorry about that.
worries.
First time out on the new wheels here. There we go. That's the 13.
13
then-
hits.
And damage. And we'll do a nick. Ooh. Are you seeing these?
Yes. So, what are you doing?
It's got the light and nick property, so you get I think 2 attacks on your
So
attack action.
I think you downloaded some 5e.
No,
some
mastery.
new stuff.
Never mind. Just 13 for 9 then. Sorry.
Yeah. The mastery doesn't. I don't even think scimitars are in this game. That would be a short sword.
All right. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I should have looked at that before. But so yeah, with the first one, you take your scimitar and kind of turn, jabbing it straight down through this one's head as it falls dead.
And I guess I would use the offhand with the second one, so that's minus. If that's applicable, I don't have a fighting style, so
Yeah, I don't think so.
okay.
Anything else?
No.
All right. This other boar's turn. See, lunges forward at you. ripping a hole in your pants as he misses. Boren.
Okay. Can I remain hidden and move up 15 feet?
Yeah, what was your stealth roll? It was 20 something, right?
Yeah,
24, I
22.
think. 22,
22,
yeah.
I think. Okay. So at least this guy should be in my line of sight. So I'm gonna pop one on him with advantage.
All right.
You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude.
Yeah, you kind of as you're taking aim, you let the arrow go just a bit too soon as it goes flying over the tree. Anything
That's
else?
it for me.
Bingo.
Your turn, which is intense. I would also like to move 10-ish feet and remain hidden.
All right, and what was your stealth roll?
Good question. — 17.
All right.
So, what is it? 80 for my bow?
Yep.
Oops.
So, since you're hidden right now,
Yeah,
it would be a straight roll.
a straight roll.
Yeah, mine actually should have been a straight roll too.
Yeah, I
Not that it
just realized
matters.
that.
Okay.
I didn't realize I was that far away.
This one's dead.
That one's dead, yes.
It'd be straight because it's out of range.
Correct.
Okay, and I couldn't move like another 10 feet. I moved.
If you
5,
want to stay
10,
hidden,
15.
yeah, if you want to stay hidden, you have to move slow, which is half your movement speed.
Okay, I see. All right, yeah, I'll do a straight up shot on this one.
All right.
Oof.
That one. Roll me a d4.
Unreal.
I'd like to use my inspiration.
Go for it.
Oh,
I was. I
Fucking-
I
like.
just want to get blanked with a short sword right now, coming out of a bow.
Yeah, fucking shoot the new guy right in the side of the head.
I was. I was about to hit enter on the D4. I'm like, wait a minute.
Who shoots a short sword?
Oh
No way!
Fate, dude.
dude.
Fate.
We have the boat. We have the bucket of bait.
What's so? Is that what? How does that? Is that just inspiration?
So, yeah, it's just inspiration that everyone has access to, and everyone has to agree when somebody uses it. I'm sure nobody minds if he uses it for his second nat one in a row, right?
Oh, I do.
Any objections? Any real objections? I mean, we can let this pop off. Dude.
Hell no, because I'm in front of you.
All right, if I get another one, I don't know what to say. Woo!
10 does miss, though, as your arrow lands just short of the pig.
The good kind of miss.
Get
Yeah.
it right. It's a short sword. It's not an arrow.
Yeah.
An arrow. Fuck, I forgot to. I meant to make you a bow this week. I just never did.
I'm like cool with it at this point.
Uh,
That's gonna be my turn.
All right. So this guy is going to make. Yeah. So with all the commotion from the new group running up, you see the pig at the top closest to you guys. Select. There we go. Turn and take off running. Eldor, you can take an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Of course. All right. Sorry for the anachronistic scimitar. That's what's on my
No
sheet.
worries. That
Yeah.
hits.
Normal.
Or 6. Alright. Zimmy, it is your turn.
So Zimmy's going to run over here, and he's going to yell, "Our dinner is eating that guy over there!" And he's just gonna kind of stand there and watch everyone else fight.
Alright. It's this one's turn. It hasn't been attacked. It is going to make an attack. It lunges out at you for a 12. What is your AC again?
The
14.
big one in the middle. Yeah,
Yeah.
14.
As you kind of again lift your foot up, kicking it under the chin as it lunges forward, making it miss. Last but very much not least, Freya.
Oh, is it my turn? I get a turn? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna roll up there, and my action is going to be beating my shield and hollering, either trying to scare them off and or get them to come at me instead of the hurt guy.
All right, roll me an intimidation check. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
You'll find out how they react on their turn. Um, For this one, you get his attention. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. It becomes charging towards you, just out of reach. You've already taken a reaction, Eldor. This one's turn. It's been damaged, so it's going to make the save to run. Yeah, kind of got this one rethinking its plan or chain of actions too. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 as it turns and runs. Targon.
So from behind the tree, Zimmy sees Targon run right up to Freya and that fucking thing. And he's going to make an attack with his longsword on that boar next to him while yelling
Slice him
something
up.
incoherent. Zimmy can't hear what he's yelling, but he knows that he's yelling.
"22 hits. For 5 damage. So you run up, slicing a nice chunk out of this thing's back. Anything else?
No. That's all Zimmy saw.
All right. Killian.
Yeah, I'm gonna knock another arrow and shoot this guy.
All right. Go for it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, your arrow sails high. Anything else?
Move up here. It's my turn.
All right. Eldur.
So just a question. Even if I don't have a fighting style, I'm gonna do one attack with the scimitar. That's a miss for sure. And then can't you bonus action attack with your offhand, but don't use your proficiency bonus or something?
So let me look at something real quick.
I think you can flail and do it, but it's better if you have the fighting style.
Yeah. I think it's called two-weapon fighting. I need to look at the sword in this though.
Oh, if you can't, understood. No worries, man.
Let me see. Just a second. Yeah, the short sword does have the finesse and the light property. So yes, you could do that.
All right, but so
So,
this is, I think, -3 on this roll. Then I think you take out your proficiency bonus. Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
there you go.
Yeah.
The 7 is a 7 is a
Doesn't matter
7.
anyway. But yeah, I think you don't roll with proficiency, and I think you don't add your modifier to the damage. But
Okay.
I'll check that over though.
No worries.
So yeah, you missed as you slice at the creature twice. Anything else?
Nope.
All right, so this one has not been hit yet. So it is going to roll to see if it goes for Freya. Does not, as it stays focused on you, Joe. Lunging out for another attack. As again, you kind of stomp down on its head, making it bite the dirt as it lunges in. Orin.
Lucky.
Orin.
Yeah, I'm.
Okay, which one are you shooting at? That does hit.
Sorry, that's the one right in front of the only one in my range, right in front of Targon there.
All right, roll me some damage.
And that will be with sneak attack.
For 9 is Freya. You see a arrow fly right past your hip, hitting this thing right in the soft spot behind the shoulder. It turns to kind of run away and kind of keels over, dead. Is that it for Boren?
Yeah, no. 5, 10, 15. Born would move up here.
All right. Is that it for Boren?
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. Bingo.
You can hit it all from there, yeah.
You're muted if you're talking.
Oh, my bad. I was saying I don't know if I have a shot on these guys through the trees.
Yeah, so the trees, the large part of the trees are higher up in the air, so you can imagine just tree trunks at the ground with the branches, starting around 10 feet or so.
Okay. Can I do my bonus action first?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I am about to notch my arrow, as I notch my arrow, I would like to turn and place my elfish hand on Born's shoulder and give him a nod as a way to say that I've enjoyed being a battle partner with him. And then I will pull back my arrow and let it loose on this boy right here.
So what was the bonus action?
That I'm just having a great time with Boren.
Okay, that's not a bonus action. That's just a free action.
Yeah, but I mean, I did it as a bonus to us.
Boring gets
I thought
inspiration now.
I thought maybe it would give make him feel good. It made Lingo feel good.
So remember, you're feeling good when you roll the dice next time, Boren. As your arrow sails over the pig's head, missing by 6 inches. Anything else?
Nope.
Did Tillian see the bonus action?
No.
It wasn't a bonus action, guys.
Yeah.
I failed you all.
All right. This pig over here, you see disappear into the forest. Zimmy.
Zimmy is going to run to the other side of this tree. And he's just going to kind of key in on Targon. For some reason, this battle, Targon's caught his eye. So he's just kind of like watching what he does, seeing how he fights. And he's just going to hold his action in case someone tries to take him or a board tries to rush him.
All right. This guy going to roll. Yeah, he is coming for you, Freya. He kind of runs past you, Eldur. You can take an attack of opportunity.
Copy that. I'm sorry, just taking me a second to navigate this. Scimitar, normal.
That hits.
Too bad it doesn't roll damage at the same fucking time.
You see the part up there in the chat where it says damage? You just click there.
All right.
4.
He's like,
I'm gonna get you. First level, everybody's doing shit damage. Anything else? Oh, that was an attack of opportunity. Freya.
Yeah, I get it, Thing. It's my turn. All right. And this guy's still alive, right? The one right in front of me?
Yes, it's charging towards you.
All right. I'm go on the other side. And make a swing.
What you got? 9's gonna miss.
Rude.
You run by swinging your sword at him, but a little off balance, doesn't connect. Anything else?
Next. Nope.
All right, you see the boar down here to the southwest. Vanish off into the forest. Targon.
The board between Frey and I is still alive, yeah? Or no?
Yep, it is.
Yeah, I looked.
Okay. So Zimmy from his new vantage point sees Targon just kind of, he swung his sword like just kind of recently and like kind of used the same momentum from that sword swing to kind of gear up and like really put his like hips and like waist, like lower body into this swing. And he's going to try to hit that fucking boar.
All right. That's a miss. A little distracting from the jiggle of Freya as she positions herself on the other side of the boar.
Skipped leg day, I guess.
Oh, it's advantage, right? Because we're flanking it.
Yeah, it is. So go ahead and roll again.
Come on now.
16 hits.
Yeah.
Or 6 as you stab this boar as it kind of turns its attention towards Freya. Catch it slip and stab it in the side. Anything else?
All Zimmy saw.
All right.
Bleeding like a stuck pig.
Literally. Killian.
Killian's gonna run up, putting his bow away, pulling out his sword.
No, Bo's in the other game.
Taking a swing at this boar.
Do it. That 23 hits.
Hell yeah.
Or anything else?
It's my turn.
All right, Eldur. You see a fellow ranger come up, flanking this pig with you. You have advantage on your roll.
He is bleeding profusely from the midsection. Some guts might even be spilling out, but he flails at this thing. He's screaming at this point. Normal? Did that go through?
It did.
My interface is all fucked up. I'm sorry. And then did it do the damage?
No.
Apologies. And then if it's still up, he'll swing at it with his other hand, somewhat ineptly. So that's there's a reduction on that there.
It'll still
And
hit. For another 5, is you kind of jab your one sword down in its side, kind of pinning it to the ground, and with the other sword, you stick it down straight through its neck, killing it.
he's just huffing and puffing and sweating and bleeding.
All right. Anything
Zimmy!
else?
That's it.
All right. Born. I believe in you.
How far off these map? How far off the map are these guys in the bottom?
So those 3 tokens you see are the dead ones.
Oh, those are the dead ones. Okay.
Yeah, the other ones have kind of disappeared behind trees and bushes. Can't necessarily see them.
All right. Well, no reason to chase them anyway. Yeah, I guess I'll just take a shot at this guy that's flanked then.
That's a hit.
Oh yeah.
How does this fight end?
Yeah, I would say it would be like right through, right behind the shoulders, just like the last one. Right in the
All
sweet
right.
spot.
Another kill shot as you place an arrow perfectly right behind the shoulder, entering through one lung and into the heart as it kind of squeals and goes to turn and run, but doesn't make it far, drops dead. You guys are out of combat. So before I forget, everybody gets 80 experience for the journey. No, I'm sorry. It would be 80 divided by 6. So everybody's going to
65.
get everybody's going to get 13 experience for the journey here,
Okay.
and everybody is going to get 33 experience for this fight. And you are out of combat.
What's
So
that
we should
total?
be at 226 out of 300.
226.
Yeah.
Zimmy,
220.
I think this man needs you over here.
If he ain't dying, I can't help him.
Oh, I guess nobody can help him. Oh yeah.
I'm gonna run over and check his wounds.
Yeah, roll me a medicine check. He's got his sides open, ripped open pretty bad, but it doesn't look fatal. Some bandages, some time to heal. He'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll let him know. Like you know, you should be okay. You know, just have to bandage you up really quick. Do you feel all right?
It's just thank you. I didn't think I was going to make it through there. I was out hunting, and I didn't know there would be a passel of pigs.
It was quite the passel, yes, but I'm glad we got you out of that sticky situation. Are you able to
More of
walk?
more of a singular.
I was going to go through some more. Yeah, this drift came upon me. I can hardly walk, but I think I'll be all right.
All right. I'm glad we were able to get rid of that litter.
Thanks. I'm sorry. I'm out of character laughing. He's just been gored by a wild boar, so he's not so jolly. So he's kind of bandaging up and nodding to everybody. Thanks. I'm saying, how do you like your bacon?
Crispy.
Extra crispy.
Yeah, there are 4 dead pigs.
Freya would
laying
be
around.
Freya would be gathering them and just field dressing them and giving them to Targon, who she assumes will clean them beyond that.
Yeah, Zimmy
I want to
observes
tusk him too.
Targon following Freya's indication and starting to cut them into pork chops, like real thick, like 1-inch pork chops.
Okay, so you guys can roll separate checks for me, or somebody can help somebody. But if you're trying to like skin them to preserve the hides, roll me a survival check, or I'm sorry, a hunting check, and I'll let you know how to label these pig pelts.
I definitely want a couple tusks.
All right.
All right.
Also,
I'll do one. Targon can do 2, I guess, or 3.
So so I want one for each of the pigs,
All right.
and that's for the pelt. And Killian, if you want to do tusk specifically, do one for each of the pigs.
So we can't do one for the whole sounder?
Negative.
Well played.
All right. So All right, so for a hunting check of 20 or higher, so normally this would be a 20 or higher is going to be a pristine pelt, but because none of these were killed with a clean blow, they were all struck multiple times. That's going to drop the level by 1 to a fine pelt. If you rolled a 15 to 20 is going to be fine. However, these are damaged from the killing blow, so it's going to drop it 1 level to good. So if you rolled a 15 to 20, label your pelt as good. If you rolled 10 to 15, it's going to be good, but because of the killing blows, that's going to drop it to damaged. And if you rolled 10 or lower, drop it, label it as damaged. All right. And the same thing goes with those tusks, Killian.
And I'll do one more for the 4th, trying to get Killian a tusk.
All right. Also, these pelts, they weigh 5 pounds apiece. So whoever's carrying them, keep track of the weight.
Yep.
I know a couple of you are like right on the edge of the first encumbrance limit. I think it's Borin and Zemi.
Yeah, we small.
Yeah, so you guys
So-
skin up some pork. Zemi, you kind of work on cutting them up into pork steaks, and Targon's getting the fire going. You guys set up camp for the night. Have a nice cookout, nice pork cookout. Everybody eating their fill. You can all take a short rest. Tell me about camp. How would you guys have camp set up? Are you taking any kind of watches? Are you building a campfire? I don't think anybody has tents or anything like that, so it would just be bedrolls and whatnot.
Somebody's going to ask if anyone wants to roll for some silver.
I would
Freya,
see. Go ahead, please.
go ahead. Oh, sorry. Freya will agree to Zemi, but grin and say, 2 silver for me if I win, and I'll give you something very special to me. If you win.
You trying to say I haven't seen anything like that before, huh? No, we play gambling. We play for straight money.
They would just smile and say, "Oh no, what I have for you in trade is in this pouch."
Oh, if you're talking about something that I can put in my pipe, yeah, let's do it. So just like roll 1d20.
Yep.
My lucky number. Like ice. All right,
Looks
Freya would. It's a pretty small pouch, like a finger, it's like a finger glove. But inside are about a dozen seeds.
Oh,
And she would smile and say, "I'm not much of a connoisseur of the pipeweed, but my mother definitely was, and these are the seeds from her favorite strain."
oh. You don't know what you've done for my life here, Freya. You've changed it fundamentally. And Zimmy's gonna secure the seeds in his stuff.
All right. You have 1 dozen pipeweed seeds.
Nice.
Not sure of the strain.
Oh yeah, we're gonna figure that out.
Lingo would like to ask Boren if he wants to stand watch with him.
You can take first watch. I'll take the next watch.
Oh, I thought we'd watch together. Double it up. It's stupid. It's fine. I'll take first watch.
I love it. Freya would smile and say, I'll take first watch with you.
Thanks.
Freya now feels like second prize.
Lingo side eyes the very quiet dwarf as he goes to take watch with Freya.
Yeah, I'll gather up some firewood and start yanking a couple of my arrows out of the boar carcasses.
All right, roll me a hunting check.
Roll a what?
A hunting check.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You're only able to collect back half of your arrows. Other ones either chipped or broken. Can't find them.
Did you try adding it at the same time as me?
Adding what?
My arrow?
No.
Oh. I clicked it once and it added 2.
Oh yeah, I did just open your sheet, but I didn't do anything with it. Yeah, so you guys settle in for the night, taking yourselves a nice short rest. Kind of standing watch overnight. Night passes without any issues, and the next morning comes. How's everybody feeling? We want to go for about another 30 minutes, or we want to call it here?
I would say I'm good either way. And if everybody else is, probably DM to choose to see whether half an hour is going to leave us in a shit spot or not.
I'd probably be good with calling it here, unless someone really wanted to go another half hour.
Yeah, I think now is probably a good time to stop. All right, so we're gonna call it there.
Yeah, we all level
Thanks.
up and get a magic item, or
Hell
We
yeah.
should
Thanks for letting me.
we
Thanks
should
for letting
level
me
up
sit
next
in.
time. Yeah, no problem.
15 magic items.
Should get a level next time though, for real.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow, we cut open that boar and he had a vicious bow inside of him.
2 of them.
Thank you,
So the
Turner.
way-
I'm gonna hop off.
Yeah, no worries, man.
All right.
Thanks for
See
stepping
ya.
in.
All right.
Hey, thanks, Chuck. Never mind.
So the way I have it figured out, there's going to be 2 more encounters, and after the second encounter, you guys should actually level up. Yeah.
Whereabouts do you know if there is a boar hide or just hide or pelt, like what it's called? Or do I just create items and just say they're 5 pounds each?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna
Okay.
do it for you, but yeah, if you could, that'd be good.
Yep.
Zimmy's gonna spend the Yule planting those fucking seeds.
Hell
Fuck
yeah.
Greenhouse that shit.
Does he get to make a name for it since he doesn't know?
Well, I feel like it would be like Freya's mom's strain, so it would, if it didn't have a name, Zimmy would probably
So
give it a name.
Freya didn't bring this to me till today, so I haven't really thought through like what it is. But I'm thinking like something from the east or something that they smoke in Rivendell, maybe like not one that's not native to Eridor.
Okay, this is like a weird. So like Zimmy is a botanist scholar, so he would probably recognize if he hadn't seen these types of seeds before.
Yeah, I would say you probably haven't seen these type of seeds before. Tell they're pipeweed seeds, but maybe they got some little spots on them or something.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
It was a good idea for some nice little role play, I thought.
Gonna have his eyes crossed.
I'll catch everybody later.
All right, bud.
Later, Tater.
See it.
See ya.
Getting off for the night?
He
You'd have
was.
to.
I guess so.
Yeah, he
I don't
got
know
home.
if I am. I'm gonna take a lap though, or I figure it out.
Yeah, I gotta go feed cats in the morning, so I'm gonna fucking try to get to bed here soon.
How heavy do you want those the boar tusks? Figure they're what, probably 3 to 4 inches long. Probably 4 would be a pound. I don't think they're.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Biggins.
actually that sounds fair.
All right. I'm just like looking at these updates on Dark and Darker, and like I know the game's dead, but like how many people put emojis on like the release updates is like super indicative of how dead it is. It's like, damn, I remember when they all used to have like thousands.
Where's our encumbrance?
In inventory,
Yep, that's where I am.
at the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Freya's carrying them all.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So,
She is in no danger.
Yeah, so you see like the third little section of the box
Yeah.
of the bar.
Yeah. 2/3.
Yeah, yeah. Once you hit the last third of that bar, that's when the first penalties come in.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, you guys want to play Magic?
Oh man, it's intense for a Wednesday.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
Real
All
quick
right, man.
before you
See
go,
ya.
Lala.
Before I go. Before.
Do you remember Jay Debates
No.
from IBCC? Oh, okay.
No.
Yeah, I barely do too, but he popped up on my radar the other day. Quite the character. All right, you don't know him though. Have a good
I
night.
don't know. All right.
All right.
It says like, is that his YouTube name?
That's like his real name.
Oh, it sounded like a handle. Like he has like a debate. Like he does debates.
No, he's just got lucky, I guess. He do be talking.
All right. Have great fun. I'll be over in the Silky Road playing Atlas.
All right, man. Thanks for playing.
All right.
Yep.
See you.
See you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go scratch my nuts. But catch you guys later.
All right.
Alright,
Yeah, brother.
see ya.
Thanks for playing.
Okay. I'm gonna go watch some Naked and Afraid
Oh yeah.
because that's my life now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. I'll talk to you boys later.
Later.
Alright, see you.
And then there were two.
Yeah, I got that second Kingdom Come.